Time to prove that investing into projects like SAFEMOON and Elongate are going to see you losing more money than you think. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, I am going to break down and explain exactly how you could expect to lose anywhere up to or even over 50% after deciding to invest into crypto projects like SAFEMOON and Elongate. The reason why I've decided to make this video is in response to comments that were made on my previous video on this topic, which clearly shows that people do not have the full understanding of how buying and selling SAFEMOON and Elongate works. For this video, I'm going to take you through a couple of scenarios of investing into SAFEMOON. I'm going to break it down step by step how you would go about buying and selling this token and every step involved along the way. In these scenarios, we're going to start with $10,000 and we're going to be investing that into SAFEMOON. Let's get started. Just to give you some fair warning, here is the step-by-step process in a graphic to explain how to go from cash to owning SAFEMOON, and then exactly the same thing in reverse to cash it out eventually. There are a lot of steps. Keep that in mind. The very first step is to transfer your fiat currency to an exchange. I am from Australia. My fiat currency is Australian dollars. It will be different depending on where you are in the world. Just understand you need to put that fiat currency onto an exchange. In Australia, I personally use CoinSpot. I've used them for a long time to buy and sell cryptos, including SAFEMOON and Elongate, and I like the exchange. I like the service. I have an affiliate link down in the description below. If you're from Australia and we're thinking about getting into crypto, you can use that, sign up, you get $10 of Bitcoin, I get $10 of Bitcoin for doing nothing but using that referral code. It's a win-win. Moving on. To deposit Australian dollars onto CoinSpot, in particular, there is no fee. For other exchanges, I cannot say the same, but for what I'm working with and what I experienced, there was no fee to put your money onto that exchange. So now we have $10,000 sitting on that exchange ready to go. Let's buy some SAFEMOON. But there are a few extra steps that need to be taken in order to be able to buy SAFEMOON. The first is converting your Australian dollars from your exchange into another cryptocurrency called Binance Coin, also known as BNB. Let's jump into my Excel spreadsheet that I put together to walk through the scenarios so you can follow along. Starting with loss number one. It comes from the difference between the buy and sell price of a stock or cryptocurrency. This is known as the spread in investing terms. The spread is the broker's margin for making the trade, and in this instance, the broker is going to be CoinSpot. So with our AUD, we are going to spend $10,000 to buy BNB or Binance Coin. CoinSpot will charge a 1% trading fee in this instance, and that is going to basically be $100. And you will also lose money from the spread, which I just touched on. Don't worry about the calculation, I've done it for you. I took the average spread from 5 data samples and got an average spread loss of 1.52% and an average sell spread loss of 0.61%. Here's the screenshot of the last sample I took for reference. So what does this mean? It means the total fee for this first step taken from our $10,000 investment is $250.57, which is 2.54% of our initial investment, leaving us with 11.3231 BNB at a wallet value of $9,749.17 AUD. Now I bet you can guess where loss number two comes from. It comes from the next step, which is to transfer our BNB to Trust Wallet. This allows you to connect with PancakeSwap, which is one of the most popular ways to purchase SAFEMOON. By following the standard method of sending tokens and coins, which can be looked up in a million different YouTube videos, there will be a network transaction fee for sending BNB and for receiving BNB. CoinSpot takes a very small percentage. They take 0.005 BNB, and Trust Wallet takes 0.00075 BNB, which is even smaller, resulting in only a minor change to the overall loss of 2.55% in fees so far. It's important to account for all of them. I know it's only small, but I'm counting it anyway. Loss 3 comes in when you convert your BNB to Smart Chain, which is a parallel BNB to enable smart contracts for the purchase of other tokens. The flat fee to convert BNB to Smart Chain is 0.004075 BNB, bringing our total percentage loss to 2.58%. Now, loss number 4 is where you start to see impactful fees on your investment. Tokens like SAFEMOON and Elongate are designed to make the investor hold that asset for long periods of time. They punish them by doing anything with those tokens in the format of charging you 10% of what you hold, whether you buy, sell, or swap that token. So what I did was take the automatic calculation of how much SafeMoon you will receive for investing all of the smart chain we just obtained in the previous step, which gives us the minimum amount of SafeMoon we could receive after fees. And then I cross-checked it by manually calculating the maximum you could receive after fees, and they came out to be fairly similar. Now, in this instance, I'm going to do the next calculation using the best possible scenario, being the maximum SafeMoon received. So after calculating the fees associated with buying SafeMoon using Smart Chain, we gain 861,705,423 SafeMoon tokens. After the transaction tax, because remember, you get taxed 10% of the purchase, the value in AUD of our wallet is now $8,741.55, which brings our total fees to 13.42%. So now this could play out several different ways. The first way that it could play out is that you lose all your money because the cryptocurrency comes out being an absolute scam, goes to zero. That's the worst case scenario. Damn. The next scenario is that it profits. Let's say it appreciates and you make a shit ton of money. Wicked. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Just understand that you are going to pay all of the fees you've just paid in reverse on that portfolio. And third and final is that you hold it and it doesn't really appreciate, it doesn't really decrease, you break even. Here's where another problem will be introduced. When you go to sell it, you again will pay all of those fees. Someone actually said or left a comment on my channel saying, you should be about even now. Why don't you just sell? You made a video about this cryptocurrency complaining about it not that long ago. And this is where the problem lies. I'm going to basically show you because you bet your bucket. That's a saying that I made up. It's not a very good one. Not the point though. You bet your bucket that I've done those calculations. So now I'm going to run this in reverse and there's more to come after this because I'm going to change the scenario. But let's say you held and we're going to break even, but we need to sell our SafeMoon. So loss number 5 would come into effect as the exchange price being PancakeSwap is not equal to the buy price. If you remember, I mentioned earlier, the spread is the difference between the buy price and the sell price of an exchange, and it is the broker's margin for making the trade. After these calculations were complete, the total value in fees has come to almost 30%. Losses 6, 7, and 8 are the conversion fees all the way back from Smart Chain because remember, you have to sell your SafeMoon into Smart Chain first. So we're going from Smart Chain now that we've sold that SafeMoon to fiat currency. In our scenario, that's AUD, which brings the total value of fees across the 30% line. Now that's very high, but it's not the 40 to 50% range that I mentioned in my previous video. But there is something that I haven't even mentioned yet, and that is tax owed on the profits. And I'm going to dive into it quickly and then do other scenarios, which explains exactly the point that I need to get across in this video. So here's where it really starts to get interesting. Cryptocurrency is considered to be an investment, so it falls under capital gains tax laws here in Australia and also in the US and many other countries. I have actually made a video discussing capital gains tax, so if you're interested, check it out. But in short, if you hold an investment for over 1 year, you will pay tax on half of the profits. If you sell that investment before 1 year is up, you will pay tax on the entire profit. Now let's run the scenario where our investment does a 5x because it's SafeMoon, it's going to the moon, right? Now our $8,742 worth of SafeMoon, because remember, we still have to pay the buying fees. We still invested $10,000 and came out with $8,742 worth of SafeMoon. It's now grown by roughly $35,000. Bringing the wallet's total value to $43,712. Let's forget our initial losses. We are now on the moon. We have 5x'd, which is a fantastic gain. So let's work out how much money we can actually cash out. Following the same sell process, where we are converting it all the way back to fiat currency through PancakeSwap, Trust Wallet, and then CoinSpot, we would come out with only $36,268.48. This is 18% in fees just from executing the sell trade. This is where you really need to understand the impact of these fees on an investment like this. Your investment, your money. If you were to take $10,000 and invest it into a cryptocurrency, VeChain, don't know where that came from, you would be charged 1% of that $10,000 to buy it. And then you would be charged 1% of whatever the wallet's value is when you sell it. If VeChain did a 5x, which for my investment, it has a couple of times now. But if your investment of $10,000 was to do a 5x, you would come out with $48,750 when you eventually sold. This ultimately leads me to the point that I'm trying to make in this video and the point that I made in my last video on the topic. Investing into projects like SAFEMOON and Elongate are going to see you being eaten alive by the fees unless you make a massive profit. To come out with the same profits, the efficiency of SAFEMOON and Elongate need to perform at 1.5x, meaning 1.5 times better than other cryptocurrencies just to come out with the same profit. I stand by what I said in my previous video, that people are going to absolutely lose money investing into tokens like this, because they haven't considered the fees and how they will affect their bottom line. Just to set the tone, for any person falling into the average tax bracket within Australia, they would be paying 32.5 cents on every dollar that they profit for any investment. If we used our SAFEMOON gains from that 5x scenario, roughly $37,000, the capital gain on that here in Australia in that average tax bracket would be roughly $9,000, leaving you with $28,000 or 56% of your initial investment. Meaning they just paid 44% in fees to cash this investment out. And if you fell into a higher tax bracket, which I myself do, I would be screwed even more. I would be paying even more on that investment. To hit my point home even harder, the smaller the amount of money you put into these tokens, the higher the impact is going to be on the fees that you are going to pay on that investment. I'm going to do one thing in my spreadsheet to show you this as an example. One thing. Let's see what happens if we do a $100 investment instead. You come out paying 40% in buy-sell fees alone. This isn't even considering tax if it makes a profit. This, in my opinion, is something to absolutely consider before investing into cryptocurrencies like this. This is a real life example of what you could expect to see or expect to pay if you decided to invest in projects like this. It's not FUD. I did the calculations, I cross-checked them. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Matt, for helping me cross-check them. I really do appreciate the help. The point overall is you need to understand this. I'm glad you watched this video all the way through. Hopefully, it has given you some insight and knowledge on how to approach investing into cryptocurrencies like this. I'm not telling you to invest. I'm not telling you not to invest. I am not a financial advisor. I am trying to give you a way to understand just how bad of an investment this could potentially be if you don't understand the structure of the fees. I know I kind of said it, but please do remember I am not a financial advisor. You should absolutely do your own research before investing into anything and come to your own conclusions before doing so. Make sure you are only investing money you are willing to lose. That's probably the most important thing out of this disclaimer. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if I'm shitting on a coin that you truly believe in. I'm talking about it based on what I've experienced and what I'm going to experience. My last video that I made, the most of it holds true to right now. I've seen lots of comments about people saying, sell, sell, sell. You're up now, so what are you complaining about? And it's not the point. I'm just trying to give you the information about how investing into these are kind of traps. Because you need to make a shit ton of money, you are relying on people buying it. That is not a good investment strategy. There is no product coming from this. Elongate is a community-driven charity cryptocurrency. So they're giving away the money that gets burnt. Great, it's fantastic. But as an investor, in terms of making money, understand that this is going to hit you hard. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate the support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.